Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. I fixed my hair. Reminder, if you want a lesson with me, check the link in the description down there. And let's talk about my new bass trombone case slash gig bag, whatever you want to call it. It's a gig bag. Whatever. So, I sold my Marcus Bonta bass case. My very first Bonta that I bought myself. I bought it new. And I just sold it, which does make me sad. That was a really great case, and should I have sold it? Maybe not, but I wanted something really baller, and this is that. This is a super fine gig bag made in San Francisco by some of the same people that worked at Cronkite. There we go. Glenn Cronkite. It's on the bag right here. The famous gig bag makers. So it's kind of a continuation of the Cronkite legacy. Obviously, Cronkite is now owned, the company at least, is owned by Torpedo Bag. So there's kind of two offshoots of this legacy. I got the Superfine edition rather than the Torpedo edition, which has been around for a while. So first things first, let's do a nice size comparison of this bag. Obviously, I don't have my Marcus Bonta bass trombone case to compare it to anymore because it's gone, which was my go-to. But we can check it against the Bonta tenor case. So as you can see, the bell section portion, because obviously this is bell, this is slide, is kind of the same dimensions-ish, maybe a little thicker than the entire tenor case from Marcus Bonta. Obviously, it's a lot more cushy because it's a bag. It doesn't have the same small size that the case would have. And then the music pocket and slide both add to the dimensions. And of course, you can take the music pocket off of this case and make it even smaller. So, not massive, not tiny, and weight-wise, let's actually check. These both have instruments in them. And of course, this bass trombone is heavier. About the same, actually. If you want to see a leather color comparison, this is my Reunion Blues slash Gardinelli O-style bag. O-style meaning bell section, slide section, but they're sewn together, so it's one solid piece. A little bit different color. This is a little more reddish. I'm not sure if this is going to come across on camera. This is definitely more kind of brown tan rather than red tan. But I think that this will match my euphonium gig bag, because I have a Cronkite leather euphonium gig bag, and I think it's more this color. So, fingers crossed I'll have matching bags, because that's just what I need. Euphonium and bass trombone matching gig bags. So real quick, let's look at the comparison also with this Cronkite double bass gig bag. You can see they have similar construction. Not exactly the same, like these handles, not really similar. They have a different construction. This has like the nylon under the leather. These are doubled over leather. This is wider, this is not as wide. The, like, I don't know, are these called gussets maybe, are wide on the bottom, small at the top. Oh, I guess these are, no, these are narrow at the bottom, wide at the top. So, similar in some ways. The construction overall is very similar, but also not exactly the same. Backpack strap situation is pretty similar, smaller, kind of like leather plate here than this one. And the straps themselves are about the same. I don't know, I can't really compare. Of course, I'm not sure how much that Cronkite bags themselves all compare to each other, because I only have two. And then I have this, which is made by not exactly Cronkite. So, let's go over this bag a little bit. Slide compartment, and it's on these kind of straps that have these plastic clips to put it on. And it's not completely tight against the side. You kind of have some room to move. Bell compartment handle. It's got a nice, and I really appreciate this feature, handle here. It's not on the top, but it's right here. So if you're on the go and you put it down, you can lift it up with this. And this is nice because it's leather here, but it's got the nylon underneath, so you're not wearing out the leather. And backpack straps on the back, which, just like the Cronkite, are not removable, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't know. Not much you can do about it. We'll talk about that more in a second. Talking about the inside. Obviously, we have the same kind of like interior as a normal Cronkite. It's kind of a nice thick foam with this light gray color. I find it interesting that they use this color. I think that one's black on the inside actually, but it's like the worst color to use because any kind of like oil or whatever stains it like right away. It's like using white on the inside of your car. I don't know. It's just a weird choice. So the bell section goes in here. Plenty of room for this bell section. It's not a big bass trombone bell section, so I think a double Thayer, like I'm going to have very soon, is going to fit easily in here. And then on top, or on the side, whatever you want to call it, we have, now it's on top, slide compartment. Flips all the way open, which is very nice because that makes it easy to get the slide in and out. I have this just rattling around in here. We'll talk about that in a second. And nicely, this slide compartment is pretty long. Maybe not so nice for me because my slide might bang around a little bit. But if you have a long con slide, which is going to be significantly longer than my Shire slide here, it might actually fit. I'm not sure. You got a good, I don't know, 1.5 inches of extra space in there. Closes. This has wood inserts. Both sides of the slide compartment. Behind this Velcro, of course I can't get that out right now. And then this comes off using these plastic snaps. For some reason I really want to call them Velcro. It's not Velcro. That comes off. It's got strap attachment points. For some reason, I guess if I just wanted to sling around just the slide by itself, I could take it with me. Even these have leather on them, by the way, which is almost unnecessary, but quite nice touch. Put that back on. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this case. Maybe I can alternate. First pro, it looks super baller. First con, it is a gig bag, so it's not going to have nearly the same protection that my Marcus Bonnet case had. It's just something you get with a gig bag. Second pro, yes, there we go. I know what I'm talking about. Second pro, it smells so good. I wish I could get that across on camera, but it seriously smells amazing. And I didn't even put this on all the way. Second con, non-removable backpack straps that are also not parallel to each other. It's hard to see probably, but the left goes on your left shoulder. The left backpack strap is higher, mounted a little bit higher than the right side by that much. And it's enough to notice. I was putting this on, kind of like trying to get these the right length yesterday, and I kept going like, why is this so awkward? One part is, of course, you have a big old heavy slide in a big old heavy slide compartment on the side of the case. It's just something that comes with the territory. But then also this is not mounted parallel, so the right side just digs in by that much. So a bit of a downside. Otherwise the construction is, I mean, top notch, just like my Cronkites. I mean, it hasn't fallen apart yet like my O bag, which has one rivet that is totally let go. More cons. I had more. Oh, this didn't come with an accessory compartment. Usually these come with a Cronkite bag like this will come with a bag that you can put stuff in, and you just shove it in your bell section somewhere. And that's really handy. This didn't come with anything, so I just have my mouthpiece just kind of rattling around in my nice Doug Elliott pouch, just kind of rattling around in the bell section. So I might get one aftermarket, just like an extra little bag. It just kind of sucks because I feel like My euphonium case has a zipper pocket I can put stuff in. My double case has a big old bag that came with it, and I think I even have one that I bought separately for my O-style bag, but this one did not come with one, so a bit of a bummer there. And of course, the fact that the backpack straps are not removable. I actually don't really like backpack straps, because usually when I'm gigging, I have a backpack on, and when you already have a backpack, it's kind of hard to use backpack straps. So I may end up cinching this one down, the left side down all the way, and just using one of them like it's just a strap. We'll see how that works. So overall, very impressed. It's got quite good build quality, except for the one backpack strap thing. It looks really good, it smells really good, and it's going to fit any horn that I have. If you're wondering why I got it and sold my really nice Marcus Spana bass case, it's because I don't really need the case. If I'm traveling, I have a Marcus Spana screwbell case, which is very small. I mean, it's like this kind of size, but it ends here, and is way thinner and is very light. I mean, if I'm traveling, I'm going to use that. So why have a kind of larger, heavier case with more protection when I don't really need the protection? So I got this instead, mostly funded by selling the Marcus Spana, thankfully. And we'll see how it actually works out in real life. That's all I got. See you guys next time.